Hi everybody, this is Pam with Jesus Junk Journals, and I have a couple of goals for today. I'm going to add some texture to these pages now, and I'm going to use, I've got a little bit of white gesso. This is just from Walmart, this Daler Rowney acrylic gesso. Hopefully I can get it to come out. And I'm going to just take, I watched, I think I first saw this on, oh yeah, Artie Mays. Artie Mays was doing this. That's where I learned it. And she would take gesso. This is not going to cooperate right now, so I'm going to turn it upside down, get a new jar. And she took just white gesso and different tools. She had these hairdressing tools, which I also bought from Amazon, that you do hair with, because she was a hairstylist. And you use those to dab it on, and also wax paper. So I've got a couple of pieces of wax paper that I'm just going to crumple up. And you dab it into that, and just use it to add some texture to your pages. I'm using, I couldn't bear to work on my wet side anymore. So I got this big baking tray out of the baking rack. It's just a big cookie sheet that fits into the baking rack I showed you earlier on the other video. And I put some plastic from the dollar store down. And so I'm just going to dab some of this, and I'm just going to start blotting this. Just kind of here and there, just to add some more texture to it. Some will require more than others. I'm going to come back and do some other texture here. I want to use my modeling paste and my Bow Bunny gold stencil paste, and I have some chartreuse stencil butter from TCW that I want to use. So we'll see if I get to that or not. So I'm just going to kind of dab this here and there. And yeah, this was the one where I really wasn't happy, so I put some more over on it, and maybe even take, okay, so back to the wax paper. There's a danger, of course, and I've done this before, in getting the white right where you don't want it. I need to come back on the other side too, after these are dry. This is really pretty. I'm just going to do a little bit. This one also doesn't need a whole lot. I'm just going to do a little bit. Let's see. Do a little bit more. Just a touch. Now I'm going to come back and use the modeling paste through some stencils, so that's going to add a lot of interest. Boy, some of these pages I really love. Here's another one that got to be a little bit of crazy. So I'm just going to keep going crazy on it. Don't like the bugs, so I'm going to kind of obscure him. Probably come back over him with some texture. I like this a lot. I like these colors a lot. Okay, this one got the decoupage. Okay. All right, so I'm going to let those dry, and then I'm going to come back and do the same thing on the other side. So I'm going to pause this video. Okay, so that side's dry, so I'm going to flip them over and do this side now. I'm going to be, some of it, you know, you just never know what's going to show by the time you glue pockets in, but I'm going to go ahead and just do a little bit. So, just a little bit here and there. And if you like these, you know, artwork just with, and you don't want to obscure it at all, I understand that. That makes sense to me. But I'm kind of, what this does is just kind of make it recede back and become just a layer in your journal. Still visible, but not as important. It makes it just part of the whole, so to speak. I don't know if that makes sense, but the same with this. Just doesn't need a lot. And I know some people won't like it because you want it to show. You want to be able to read the things that are printed, but that's a choice that you can make. I know how I feel the same way. Sometimes I've done this and later I'm like, got that in the wrong place. This one's so texturized, it's hard to, it's like our paint won't even show much difference. And, you know, I'm putting it down here at the bottom. There'll probably be pockets more likely than not. So this might not even end up showing it in the final design of it all. And this one, I think I'm going to leave alone. I don't really want to mess with that one. And I think, actually, I might just stop there. I don't think I want to do anything on here. It's pretty busy. And because of the dark background, it would be too contrasty. It would take up to draw your eye, be too attention-getting, I think, on this one. So I'll leave that one alone. And this one, I mean, I could put just a little bit. It's already got so much texture that it doesn't really need it. Okay, so that is that. Let's stop with that and move to, or sorry, modeling paste. So I'm going to try some modeling paste through some stencils. And I haven't done a whole lot of this, but I think it looks pretty cool when you do it. Let's see if I can find a credit card, one of those plastic cards. Once again, my microphone gets away from me. When I get up, I take it off and forget to put it back on. So hopefully you heard me, or not, in the last segment. Maybe it's not so important. So I'm taking one of these plastic credit card, you know, craft credit card things. And I think I'll do a little bit up here. So I'm just going to apply it kind of thick. And lift it up. That was kind of blobby on the side. I didn't do that very well. And maybe ooh, that's going to be super thick. That's the problem, is getting it thick without being too thick. You don't want it to stand up, you know, crazy. Okay, and this one, I'm going to use the gold, I think, the gold paste through a stencil. So let me find another stencil here. One of these Tim Holtz stencils. And you can tell I like this one because I've got gold all over it already. I'm just going to tear a piece of cardboard and see if I can, actually maybe one of these hair coloring spatulas that I mentioned earlier. And let's see, maybe up here. Put some of this stencil paste up here. There, yeah, it's dimensional. Adds a little bit of interest. I might do a little bit over here too, because I put that right where the fold of the journal is going to be, which by the way is not a great idea, because it will cause a little bit of issue when you try to fold your pages. So there's that. Well, this one, I don't know that I want to use gold, so I think white might actually be the choice for this one. So let me, and because this is so organic, I'm going to do a geometric, I think, over here, pattern in the white modeling paste. There. And maybe just a little bit over here. Okay. I think that's enough. Let's see what else I can do. I said I was going to leave this one alone. Well, actually, I think I'm going to do the gold on this one. I think I'm going to lay this up here and try not to get where the fold is again. And hopefully I'm not obscuring anything important. Okay. Yeah. And maybe put a little bit over here. And a little bit over here. Just to kind of knock that menu back just a little bit. Okay. That looks pretty good. Can you see the dimension? Oops, don't put your finger in it when you do it. Can you see the dimension of it? It's sticking up pretty far in some spots, which I like. Okay, now this one looks like white would work well on it. So let me see if I have, I want a little bit finer pattern, so I'm gonna try. How about that? That looks good to me. Okay, so I'm gonna take some modeling paste. There. And there. Okay. And I think I'm going to keep the same pattern. Okay. And you know, I did the gesso on here, and so it's just kind of this stuttered, you know, muted texture in the background. So this is powerful, you know, this that we're doing with this. And so you might not even want to do the gesso, but I wanted to try everything today just to see what it would look like. Now the white's not going to show over here, so I'm going to switch over to gold, and I think I'll just keep using the same stencil that I have out here. Okay, needs to be a bigger presence for sure. And then maybe down here. I'm at the bottom of the jar, so this is not as, it's a little stiffer, a little drier than it was when I first started. Maybe even a little up here in this corner. Well, that didn't. That still didn't do much, but I guess I'll leave it alone. Okay. And I think the white's probably going to work on it better. So let me see, what do I have? I have this roses one that I didn't think I'd like, but I do when I've seen it on other things. So I'm going to try it. I'm going to go back up here where I did that. Yeah. Okay. The quilt one, you know, honestly, I don't think it needs this. I'm going to leave it alone. I was going to do the chartreuse. Oh, here's some over here. Okay, so I wanted to try the chartreuse. So let me try it on this one. And I'm going to use the same one that I had the white on. This rose sort of pattern. Oh, and again, I put it right where the fold is. Not a good idea. And I put it down here because it's going to contrast really well with this blue-green down here. Yeah. All right, let me put just a touch over here. Okay. And again, that's the Chartreuse Stencil Butter from TCW. The Crafter's Workshop is what it stands for. It's online. Okay, this one, I could do some chartreuse on here. Let's see if I have any other interesting stencils. I have some crazy stencil. I guess that might work. I'll try it. Okay. I got a little crazy because this got so wet it wouldn't force it through like it needed to. Throw that away. And then over here I think the white would do well. So I'm going to go back to, I think this one. And yeah. Okay, that's enough. Okay, and then this one, white would go well. So I kind of don't want to, well, there, just a touch. Okay, so I gave it about, probably 2.5 hours. And this stuff is dry, even this thick part. So, ready to do the other side now. So I'm gonna go back through and kind of just do what I already did. I'm gonna try and find maybe some different stencils. Go back to this modeling paste. Pieces of cardboard do work, but this plastic credit card works even better. So, okay, so I'm gonna do this numbers stencil. Let's see, I think I'm gonna use the chartreuse color. Okay, so this one, I mean, I could try that. Let me try that, see how that works. Palette knife, I guess I could use. Okay, so make sure my numbers are readable. All right, that's cool. I like it. All right. And then over here, little globbier, not quite as clear. Look for some that I might want to do the green on since I have it in my hands. And I think I might want to do the numbers on this too, if I can. That didn't show up as much as I thought it might. Okay. Well, it obscured some of that ugly part underneath that I didn't like, so I guess it's a win-win. Okay, and then on the other side, probably needs to be white if I'm going to do something. So let me see if I can do this without messing myself up. I'm going to try that with the white. And just put some right here. Maybe right there. Okay. And this probably needs white for it to show up. I'm gonna think I use that same texture. Yeah. I don't know what you guys think. I really like it. I think it adds a lot of interest to it. This one needs some interest. Let's see. Ah, chartreuse? I think so. All right, let me try to lay this down, pick this back up without making a big mess. And I might try that one. Use this up out of the lid. Nope. Okay. I mean, that's okay. I'm not loving that one as far as a pattern goes. So I'm going to go back to this one, I think. Kind of the tried and true. This one always seems to do a good job. Well, I think I need to use my palette knife because this thing is definitely not a great spreader. I'm not putting as much on the bottom because I figure I'm going to have a pocket. I could go over here though because this edge didn't get painted or anything else on it yet. So I'm going to cover it with that, I think. There. I think that's good for that one. Let's see, what else can we get into here? Oh, this one. Huh. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this one. Okay, this one, white would work. Let me see if I have one that's... I kind of want one with a kind of a fine design to it. I don't want it to be like that. Okay, let me try some white. Run it through this. Yeah, that helps a lot. Okay. And that side probably, I mean, white would work over here too. I might just go ahead and use this since I have it out. And I think one little swipe of that's enough on that page. This one, white will show on. And I mean, I'm liking this one, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that. Okay. And this one looks like white's going to work on it. I'm thinking I might use a bigger pattern thing on that. I got one that looks nice. This looks pretty good. Let me just try that. And I'm not trying to make it solid. I kind of just want pieces of it. And I'm going to lay this here and try not to hit where it's going to be bound in the middle. I'll just do the edge. Maybe. Got it kind of globbed there, didn't I? Oh, gosh. And then over here. Eh, brother. Okay. Oh, all right. That doesn't look as bad when I pick it up. And then I'll put a little bit up here. Okay. Okay. Golly. I'm gonna wish I had a sink up here today. I can tell. Okay, that's gonna need green probably. I'm going to try the, I'm going to go back to the numbers. Just a little bit right there. Okay. Oh, I like that a lot. Let's see, here's another one that looks like it might need green. Maybe, yeah. Got that number 9 all over everything. I think I'll move this around and do a different number. This one looks like it might need green. Partly. I think I'll do these numbers down here. Trying to decide what color to do. I don't think the green's going to look that great on that, so I'm going to lay it over here, maybe, yeah. And pick the white back up for this. It needs kind of a strong shape, I think, so let me see what I have. Well, you know what? I like this one a lot, this flowered stencil. It's always been really good in the past, so let me try it. See if I can... Yeah. Okay, perfect. And these stencils, in case you're wondering, I just got on Amazon as a set. I think there's like, I don't know, 15 to 20 stencils in a set. And there's quite a few out there that you can get, different ones. Let's see. Maybe gold on this one. And this is almost out. I think I'll use this kind of crazy one. I don't know if this will work or not. I'm going to try the gold and the green. All right, that works. All right, that worked out. Happy with that. Okay. Okay, so this one, kind of think that gold-green combo might work on this one as well. I can do that again. I can get out there. Like I said, it's running out. And I'll put some over here on this edge. Hopefully I can make up for the fact that I didn't get that painted. One left, and this one looks like it needs gold and green too. So I'm gonna just keep going. see if I can get some of this gold. Okay. All right. Well, I think I've done about all I can do. I'm going back to this one. I think the gold-green combo would look good on this one too. I'm going to try and use up this gold. Touch in the green. And maybe put some over the top of that stencil. I mean that decoupage. Okay. All right, well, I think that was it. So I'm going to stop and stop this video. And if you liked it, I hope you click like. Think about subscribing, and I will see you on the next video. Bye-bye.